guys, today is going to be a short one because this is really just about a not so smart person doing not so smart things. So today, this not so smart person that we're going to be talking about in the Analects of Confucius 5.18 is Zang Wenzhong, who was a really high-ranking official in the state of Lu, where Confucius is from, who most people think was pretty smart, but Confucius didn't really think so. And let's find out why. 5.18, the master said, Zang Wenzhong housed the great tortoise in a hall where the capitals of the pillars were carved in the shape of mountains, and the rafters posts were decorated with duckweed design. What can we say then about his wisdom? So the big idea here is that Zang Wenzhong kept a really giant tortoise in his private home. And the tortoises of that size were considered sacred, and they were used for telling the future. And most people thought, oh, he can tell the future all by himself. Wow, he must be so wise. But really, it's really just a turtle. And by keeping a giant tortoise in his private home, that was considered not in his place to do, because he wasn't a ruler or someone from a temple or something, so he couldn't keep the tortoise, but he still did. And because it wasn't in his place or rank to do so, he kind of violated that rule, which Confucius saw as a big no-no. And Zang Wenzhong also violated another two rules, and we can see that in the capitals of the pillars were carved in the shape of mountains, and the rafters posts were decorated with duckweed design. So those architectural patterns were strictly reserved for the Son of Heaven, or the Emperor. So again, this was not in his place to do so, so Confucius also thought that was pretty stupid of him to do that. And so Confucius says, how does this count as knowing? He stole a tortoise and kept it in his own private home and pretended that he himself could tell the future when he couldn't. It's just a tortoise. And also the tortoise in itself is kind of like a superstition. He's kind of treating the turtle like an emperor, like decorating his house with all those fancy things that are only supposed to be for the emperor. Basically, imagine a really so-called smart politician who is decorating this turtle's house like it's an emperor's palace, while the state that he's supposed to be governing is in total turmoil. That's basically what Zang Wenzhong did. And plus, social order and social hierarchy was a very big deal, so if you absolutely ignore that, then you really can't be called smart, because a wise person should know what his limits are and what he's supposed to do and what he's not supposed to do. And yeah, that will be all today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!